to get together. It just feels like a family.
Their lives, for that day, for those days afterwards, and it's
Rescue and months of cleanup. Plenty of tissues to wipe eyes. White carnations will be dropped in the surf. Nearly 500 Long Islanders died on that day 23 years ago. Now, growing numbers of...
After 2001,
at the base of a piece of...
Day, including many of the FDNY's most senior leaders. 37 Port Authority officers died, as did 23 NYPD officers. We here at Channel 7 also suffered a big loss on September 11th. Eyewitness News engineer Don DeFranco killed in those attacks. Don was stationed at the top of the World Trade Center on the morning of 9/11. He went to work in the North Tower like he did every day. We had just installed a brand new digital transformer up there and transmitter. And Don, who knew how to make or fix just about everything, well, he was in charge of that new machinery. He knew what was happening that morning because he called the station after the attacks to say, we have a big problem. And we never heard from him again. Don was just 43 years old. Look at him. So the prime of his life, he worked so hard at his job, was loyal and kind and...
Mike Bloomberg had a shock of becoming mayor. He changed his party affiliate.
Continued to rise over the 23 years since that day. More than 6,000 people have died from 9/11 related diseases linked to the toxic smoke and other chemicals at Ground Zero. And last week, the names of 32 more fallen firefighters were added to the World Trade Center Memorial Wall. That means a total of 360 firefighters, and in fact, the number is now 370, have died from 9/11 related illnesses. 17 more than the FDNY members, make that 27. They were killed on September 11th, 2001, on that day. It is so very sad still. And we also mourn and remember another colleague and dear friend of ours, that man right there, photographer Todd Pierce, who died last year after a long and brave battle with the 9/11 related cancer. He was at Ground Zero for days covering the attacks. He was just 57. He covered some of the biggest and most important stories we have ever done here at Eyewitness News, beginning with the 9/11 attacks. His creativity and immense talent, his sense of humor, his big smile, and most importantly, his big heart touched us all. And we remember him and his wife, Shelley, and their daughter, Sarah. We're going to begin this process now. And we don't want to ride along with you. Our intent is not to interrupt unless something big happens. We don't anticipate that. FDNY and NYPD people are going to march in like they are right now. We're going to hear some bagpipes in a moment. And you're going to hear the voices of the victims' families as they read the names, as they have done since 2002, 1 year after the attacks.
But